Hey everybody, welcome back. We did not get back out into the shop the next day. In fact, we hardly got any work done because I was sick. Although the shop chicken made it in. We barbecue one day. Anyway, so the last thing we did in here was, I sold off. Let's see if we can get some light on this. I sold off the other anvils, and so I was working on making another, horn to work with, half-inch rebar. It worked on the other one, but it was a smaller anvil. This one's quite a bit larger. I like it. Still got to nail it down. I was kind of waiting until after in case I needed room for welding. But I used that half when I had some 5/8 come in, some number 5 rebar. So I thought, well, I'll use that. And I figured then, well, I've been saving some metal for, really, I don't know what. I haven't been saving it for anything particular, but get you guys a view. This here is from a weight set. It's the dumbbell. I've already forged out the end. Here's what they look like. These weights that have been sitting here. So I took one of these guys, and they're 1 inch in diameter, and I tried to shape a horn out of it. I don't think it came out too bad. I don't think it came out too good. Chicken, get inside. That would be upside down. I left this piece on there because it was already chamfered, for welding. Figured why mess with it, so I just chopped it off just now. So I thought I would try to make a bit of a hornish shape to it. I'll try to round it up nicer and get it smooth so it doesn't mar up the products that I smack on it. But right now it's pretty hot. Just got to cut off, and I'll tell you what, that stuff was really difficult to move. I'll tell you. How'd you get in here? Look at, I have the gate. What did you do? Did you jump? Oh my goodness. Chickens, come on. Let me chase her. Rah! You, out of here. What are you doing? Come on. Get out. Get out. Hurry up. Hurry up. The camera sees you. Go, 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 go. Yeah, herding cats. Psh, apparently they didn't have chickens. Alright, so anyway, yeah, that stuff did not want to move. I had thrown in the bigger fire pit, or whatever you want to call it, my fire pot, and, hoping that would help. It did. I had to get a lot of coals built up in there. Took a little while to get it going, but it did turn that thing cherry red, and then I kind of lost the heat, and I had to fight it a little bit to get it back, and I was kind of all over the place. But it was, I'm hoping it's worth it. I did, yesterday I came out. Yeah, ow, chickens. Yesterday I came out and I made up this guy here. This is, to replace my hardy hole that's missing, because I sold both anvils. So I want to get a hardy hole on that. I made it a little shorter. Didn't feel like I needed a full length of it. And my welder worked a lot better yesterday. I'm not a skilled welder, and the Harbor Freight guy I'm using isn't the best of welders. But this thing felt like it laid down a much better bead. I don't know if I just got a better, manufactured flux welding material this time around, or it was really cold out. I don't know if that helped. I did have it plugged into a different extension cord, a heavier extension cord, and I would almost guarantee that helped. So, you know, they do tell you not to really use an extension cord for any kind of welding. But anyway, so I'm gonna get these two things welded up. Right now I'm burning some paint off of a number 5 rebar. I want to make a slot punch and have it for trying some bottle openers. Also, I'm going to work on a couple business card holders, some desktop stuff, you know, to suck up to local businesses in case they want to give me coil springs and things like that. So anyway, that's what we're up to today. I'll try to check in here. Alright, what I think I'm looking for here, let's bring out something everybody can see. Yeah, it looks like you guys can see. Hey, and now, just to clarify here, you know, the official story is I did not burn any paint off of anything, okay? I mean, right now, it's only me watching these videos. My mama, the wife, nobody really sees this, so, you know, you just keep that to yourself. It didn't happen. And no one else should ever do that either. You see me with my PPE on. My mask. The mask is hanging right over there. Look, right there. Alright, so I look like I got a little wider than an inch. And an 1/8 of an inch would be good. These are 12ths. So it's not really bueno. Is that 1/16 over there? What's that one? 16ths. Alright, so it's close to an 1/8. Alright. I think I'll just smooth it up and have it nice and round and sharp. I don't think I'm taking any of this off. Back in the fire you go. I think angle things a little more with this bigger pot. I don't know how they do it. I mean, if you have like a 7x9 pot, it's way deeper than what I got and kind of bigger. Is it just the sloped sides that make it different? That it allows you to not angle? And when I get this thing on there, I want a little bit of an angle. I don't feel like I get it laying flat like I did with the you know, the tiny guy there. Alright, I'll show it to you when I clean it up. Alrighty, spit shined it up a little bit. So you can get a good visual on there. You can see I didn't clean it up super good. Still got some hammer marks where I was trying to fuller it out in the processing, but I think I got pretty sharp edges on it. I let it take its own shape when I was putting it out there, so it was, you know, bowed out, you know, kind of like a chasing chisel. You know, most of my other chisels that I, you know, that I want to work with are kind of rounded in the front, you know, so you can rock them and follow a line. And that's just kind of how this one started. Then when I cut it off, I just nipped it straight across with a cutting disc. I didn't take off a lot, but it cut like really easy. So we're definitely gonna give a shot hardening this. I tried hardening some of these little guys here before, and it seemed like it worked. These are from some 1/2-inch rebar. You know, there's no guarantees. It's rebar. Bring it up the end a little. You know, just so I'm mushrooming it properly. Came out, let's see, just about an inch, a little bit under, you know, we could say 7/8. I should probably take that lump out, huh? I don't know, I'll have to give it a try. I'm just looking to do you know, slot punching into flat, you know, mostly flat stock. So see what happens. Maybe that, you know, I kind of want the end to be the widest piece and the rest of it to curve in. But we'll see. We'll see if that's in the way. And then, you know, about an eighth. I think I came out, you know, I kind of forged it to where I wanted it to be. So then any grinding made it a little smaller. But I'll give that a try in the near future here. I don't know about today, but I just wanted to get it knocked out while I still had some of this number 5 around. Got the next bit in there. And what did we want? I don't know, I was just trying to not waste the heat while I was doing this grinding. Oh, I'm not done with this. I'm going to try heat treating. I only have water, so we'll try to take it easy on it and just do the very tip. Alright, so heated it up to non-magnetic. Since I'm using water and not oil, my thought was, you know, that you kind of want that extra half a second that you get with oil that you don't get with water for, you know, dropping it down. I've seen pictures of those metallurgy charts, but I don't have any understanding of that process. So I did, you know, I just tried to let it take it a little bit longer and see if it would help. But you know, it's gonna be for hot work, but I wanted to give it a try. We can, you know, you can take a listen to it. I think I gotta, you know, it's not a used file really, but that's not bad. I mean, it's probably way better than that. But I don't know. We'll see how long it lasts. I mean, I'll just clean it up and do it again. But yeah, I quenched it, and then I tried to clean it enough that I could see the colors coming up through, and I think I took too long, and I think I was past the straw color, and so I just got it in there again quick, because I couldn't really tell. But yeah, we'll see. I think we're gonna weld up the anvil because I need to get that locked down. Banging on this thing while it's not locked down. I threw the chains on it to see if I could get a little extra going. But also yesterday I ground on this thing quite a bit. Try to get it a little better because it's very off. What's behind me? Sledgehammer. Alright. You know, it's, you can see the gap difference on the left to the right. So I mostly grind down this side over here. But it is nice having some different angles. Like this side is an acute angle. This side, wait. No, this is an obtuse angle. It's actually wider than 90, even though it feels sharper. But to really go from up here to down there, it's actually wider. Over here, it's more rounded, but it's also sharper than a 90. It's kind of odd once I got looking at it. You know, that didn't really make sense until I got looking at it. And then down here, I did, on this half, I did a lot of extra grinding, and instead of trying to get the whole thing done, I thought I'd try to get down here, get my flat spot in this area, and get my 90. You know, so really, then I, you know, after I kind of was working, I really cut it down, and you can kind of see the difference right here where it changes. So, but yeah, I'm gonna pull this up and take it into the light, see if I can get some welding done, and then I'll lock it down. I did try to throw a couple blocks next to it, and they just split. So I have to pre-drill. Anyway, be back. Alright guys, I'm done. Here you can see the product, and you can see the crappy little welder in there. When I was facing front, I thought I had that pretty straight, but you can see it's off by a little bit. When we flip it upside down, it looks even worse. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I keep a very worn out flap disc around just to shine stuff up a little bit. Definitely grind it. See if you guys can see my terrible welds. Focus. It's a little out of focus. There we go. You know, I don't really show, you know, I don't set up and weld because I don't think you can really see anything. And if you're gonna watch somebody weld, you might as well watch somebody that knows what they're doing. You know, that is certainly not the takeaway from anything I put on. You know, the practice, or you play how you practice. All right, so watching somebody do a bad job is no way gonna help you. You know, watch somebody do a good job. You know, you have to practice good if you want to play good. The only thing you can really take away from my videos is that you don't need an education in everything to do a bad job. You can do a bad job all by yourself. All right. You know, the old one, I don't know if I mentioned it. I had broke one of my welds here in the back after, you know, a couple of months of using it. I gotta get a file down in there. And you know, I just welded it back on. You know, it's just like your tools. If you made your tools, it doesn't matter if they break because you know how to make them. You know, the thing about doing stuff that you don't know how to do isn't, you know, it isn't that it should keep you from doing it. But what you should do is learn the safety of the item, like for welding. You know, there's a lot of stuff about welding that you should really know. That just, you know, keeps you safe and make sure you're not breathing, you know, stuff that'll kill you in years, days, or seconds. So whenever you see, you know, say you want to get into welding and you want to spend your $100 and buy this crappy guy, or do like me, I got it for $50 from a guy that upgraded. You know, his wife got him a better one. And you know, you spend that money, you want to learn, you want to practice, that's fine. You know, just make sure you got, you know, your mild steels or whatever you're going to use. You know, there's no paint, there's no galvanized, there's no nothing. You know, watch those videos where the guys go over safety for stuff. You know, I just watched, I think it's Black Bear Forge. He just had another video out where he went over safety in the shop. And, you know, I would say things, nothing new. I didn't learn anything new, but you never know when you're going to learn something from somebody. You know, someone that made a mistake that you didn't make just yet. And learn from them. So, you know, some stuff you don't know till you know, and you don't want to learn safety up close and personal. So, you know, though that's what you should take away from here. You know, you don't need to know everything, but you do need to keep yourself safe. And without any kind of formal training or education in this, I do this stuff, and anybody can do it. You know, get you a stick welder. I would say that. That's why I have that stick welder over there. I just need to go through it. The leads have tears and rips in them. You know, if you went out, you bought that thing and you plugged it in without looking at the safety of the item, You know, start a fire, sure, could happen. Pop a breaker, ooh, you know, not not that bad. Um, but you have to look into the safety of things, and if you don't have experience, you know, protecting your own butt around, you know, the idiots that you, that you end up working with, those are the those are the kind of experiences or experience that you need to acquire. Um, so just remember, there isn't anything out there that's so complicated, you know, that you're going to run into that you can't give it a try and get it done. Um, you know, and if this thing breaks off next week, you guys will see it and you'll see me welding it back on. Oh, I gotta feel better. I hate being sick. So, I will work on getting that thing mounted over there and see what we like. I think I'm gonna run wood along the edges, and then maybe I'll have to put a plate, metal, something. I don't know. We'll see what if I just trap it in a wood type setting. See if it'll stay put and not bounce around too much. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to have something pinning it. But we'll find out. Man, I really thought that went on pretty straight, you know, but it didn't. Yeah, I'd rather be lucky than good, but sometimes I'm not even lucky. All right, well, I'm happy, and I really like that. That thing weighs so much. You know, even pounding this thing with a 1-inch bar on it, just, you know, when I was working on that, it hardly moved on that thing. You know, it slid a little bit, but that was it. So, super excited. Man, let's see if I can get my fire going again. I would like to try at least one of my versions of a business card holder for a desk. All right. Mounting up, number one. You know, I grabbed some 1x. I figured they'd be, you know, similar to the same height. There's a little bit of difference, but in case I then have to, you know, staple another piece here to keep anything from bouncing, or maybe I'll need some metal. I don't know. I'm not sure how well this wood's gonna hold up. It is hardwood. I did go out there and scavenge it from the garbage pile. I know I said all that was garbage, but you can see this one right here. I just cut the centers out and used them. So I put some 1x4s here and 1x6s on the sides. Things aren't 100% square. Things aren't 100% even. But we're gonna give it a shot. Also, after that whole rant about, you know, just do it, and if it breaks, you do it again. I forgot I was gonna put, you know, when I had the other rebar one, the rebar's a lot thinner, obviously, but I had a brace here, and that thing really took a beating, and it did well. Now I loaded this thing with crappy welds, so you know, there was this. Let me just grab one so you can see it here. This is the piece it came from. You can see how much of a bevel is here. So I had a lot to fill in because I cut it, you know, I cut it back here and I left this whole bevel. You know, this was the rod, right? You guys are getting the picture, I'm sure. You can see it. Look at, ooh, look how much I drew out. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, so you can see how much you know, I had to fill in with this .030, you know, filler. Seriously, get yourself a stick welder. But so, you know, I thought about just going ahead and slapping that brace on, you know, making up a brace, but I'm gonna see what happens first. Can always cut it and weld it on again, you know. It's just a cutting disc. and some more welding practice. So, you know, don't get bummed when your shit don't work. Anywho, I'm gonna see if I can get this fire going. It's really lunchtime, but if I walk away now, I feel like there ain't gonna be any heat when I come back. This plate here, I wanted it kind of heated it up the other day, and I felt like I couldn't get enough heat on it with that smaller pot, and I couldn't really get much bend. I had scored it, not that deep, but just to try to give myself a spot. You know, it's gonna flip over, but it's gonna go on here, and just straight down on the sides. And I'm thinking that will help when I want to use the chains to hold something down. That way I'll have a flat surface holding down, hopefully, you know, a flat piece or whatever it is. If it's not a flat piece, if it's a rounded piece or something like that, then the chains work a lot better than a flat piece. Also, then I'll probably put some markings on here for, you know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch type of thing to give myself a little ruler. I know I saw somebody with something like that. But, you know, just a little ruler. This is about 3.5 inches, I think, across, so it'll give me something. I don't know what I'm working on. I gotta narrow it down, figure it out, and then get started. Alright, I'm calling it a day. Pretty much everything after the horn. Get the horn, there it is. Everything after the horn sucked. My fire, no good. I don't know. I keep ending up with just this mass in the bottom. For a while, I didn't know what was going on because I haven't used this one in a while. But it was the same kind of thing I was getting before. I don't know if I gotta change something up on it or what, but it just fuses the entire, pretty much the entire thing, and then the air just starts coming up the edges. You know, like it just they come around the circle. And I get all this fire around here, and it kind of looks like the thing's burning, but you get no heat. And, you know, then I pull it out, and it's just, I don't know. I can't imagine that's like, you know, a 7-inch wide clinker, right? But, since I have no idea, but it's like I just constantly get this mass in here. And, I don't know. Not controlling the fire is good. The little pot, I don't know, I guess I controlled things a little better. And so this just sucked the whole way. I was trying to do something new, and it's terrible. Right here. You can make guesses as to what you thought it was going to be before I broke the horns, and you know, I just kept fighting through it because I couldn't get no goddamn heat on it. Excuse the language. Anyway. The day started so good, and then I ruined it. So I'm going to shut this down. And I did not get to bend this thing here. I don't know, maybe it's too thick. You know, my bison stand aren't heavy enough. I tried pounding it against some stuff. Tried making the lines deeper. Yeah, I might just, I just cut it on the line and weld it together. Hang it over my anvil. Because I did use this for splitting the horns. You know, so I'm not on the anvil. And you can see how we, you know, cut into it, which is cool. But, alright, wrapping it up. Now let's remember the good times. The anvil came out good. I'm happy with that. I didn't really get to use this, but I plan on pounding the crap out of it, see what kind of movement I get. If I get some, you know, if I start noticing a little bit of bend, because I believe I have it pretty straight this way, I'll put something in here, you know, just even out to the center here, because I really want this, you know, offset, you know, thickness, diameter, shape, you know. But alrighty. Anvil.